Hi guys, the Frugal Gal here, back with another cooking video. You guys seem to like these, so we're making another low-carb, diabetic-friendly recipe. It's real simple. We're going to cook some pink salmon today. I get this at Aldi's. It is really reasonable. It's a pound. I think, yeah, it's a pound of wild-caught pink salmon. You get it for under $4 for the pound. And they're individually wrapped in these individual packages. So, I know a lot of people unthaw their fish before they cook it. I don't. I cook my fish straight from frozen. You have to cook it a little longer, of course, but I just like the taste of it better that way. I also used to do the same thing with chicken breasts. They seem to be more moist if you cook them from frozen. So, we're also going to be making some garden fresh green beans. We're going to be sauteing those. But first, let's do the fish. We're going to use this Pyrex dish. You can use any dish. I like to use a deeper dish when I cook my fish. So what we're going to do first is I use real butter. I do not use margarine. Butter is better for you. And it tastes better. So we're going to take a small pat of butter. And we're going to put them underneath each piece of fish. I do that first. So lay down just a pat of butter. And then open up your fish, of course. I'm going to cook 2 pieces because I love salmon. So, here's the first piece. I'm just going to put it down on top of that first pat of butter. And then we'll get the second piece down. I know I'm off camera, but I'm opening up the fish. Okay. There's the second piece down on top of the pat of butter. I'm going to wash my hands because I did touch the fish. So always wash when you touch any kind of meat. You don't want to transfer that bacteria. Okay, so we've got our 2 pieces of fish in there. We're going to put another pat of butter on top of each one. Told you I like butter. I'm a big fan of Julia Child. She loves butter. And then I'm going to use this to season it. This is salt-free seasoning mix. It's stone meal. You can also get this at Aldi. You can tell them Frugal. I shop at Aldi. And it's the same thing as like Mrs. Dash with no salt. And it's a real good flavoring for meat, for different kinds of meat. And it's really good for fish. So we're going to sprinkle some of that on top of there. Now, as I've told you guys, I do not cook in my oven here in the camper. And the reason behind that is I use it for storage right now for my pots and pans, but it's also because a RV oven cooks at a very hot temperature, and you usually have to put a stone down in it to get it to cook evenly. A lot of things burn. So what I use is, and I'll go right up here and show you, is my toaster oven. There's my toaster oven. Got that at a yard sale for $4, new in the box. So we're going to put this in here at 400 degrees, because that's as far as my toaster oven goes up. 400 degrees. And cooking it from frozen, I'm going to leave it in there a good 30 minutes. I like my salmon to be a little crisp around the edges. So if you don't want it that done, you can do it less time. But just check it, make sure it's, it's unthawed and it's hot in the middle and it's done. Now, when we come back, after that's cooked for about 15-20 minutes, I'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to prepare these garden fresh green beans. We're going to be preparing them with a little soy sauce. So I will be right back, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye. Okay guys, I am back. There's about a couple minutes left on my salmon, so it can always sit in the toaster oven warm while we're making this. So we're going to light our stove. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm going to gas myself. Oh no, I forgot to open the window. I have to go open the window. You guys should have reminded me. This would have been a very short cooking video because I would have passed out. Okay, window's open. Okay, here we go. Let's light this stove. We're going to be making some garden fresh green beans. I have half a pound of green beans here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. I have 8 ounces, half a pound of green beans. We are going to use our grapeseed oil. Like I said, I used to use olive oil, but olive oil does not have a high burn rate high heat ratio, and it will burn and smoke. So I am using a tablespoon of grapeseed oil. And all nice and in there. Let's get that hot, nice and hot. You're going to also need to have some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and some black pepper, and some soy sauce. I use low sodium soy sauce because the regular soy sauce is just too salty for me. So let's see if that's... There goes my timer for my fish. Throw in one green bean. It's not sauteed, making any noise yet, so let's get that oil a little hotter. These are straight from the garden. Starting to pop, so let's put those green beans in there. Hear that sizzling? This is really simple, guys. You're just going to move these around first to get them all covered with that oil. And depending on how tender or crisp you want your green beans, this can cook for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? We're going to sprinkle some garlic powder on it. That's just a taste. So I like a lot of garlic, so I'm going to do quite a bit. A little bit of salt because we are going to have soy sauce on them. We're just going to add salt to it. And some pepper to taste. I like pepper. So, through the magic of me turning off the camera and coming back, we are going to come back and I will show you these all done and dip up the salmon on top of them. You just want these sauteed. Keep moving them around for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how tender you want them. I will be right back, guys. I said when we come back we'd be dipping them up, but I forgot. We're going to put the soy sauce on them. So they've been cooking for about 4 minutes, so in the last about 4 minutes, I'm going to just pour some soy sauce on here. You don't want to do it when right away because soy sauce will burn. So this is just basically to taste. I like soy sauce. So we're going to do it like that. And also I've put the lid on these to get them a little more, to get them steamed a little bit. So they will cook a little faster. So you can put the lid on or leave the lid off whether you want them. And they're still too crisp because I just ate one. So now when we come back, we will be dipping up the plate. Having some good dinner. Okay, here we have our green beans are done. There's some of them dipped up on my plate. I cooked them for about 8 minutes and I did leave a lid on them. So let's get out the salmon. It's done. And this is how I like my salmon. See all that butter in there? Oh, yummy, yummy. It looks delicious. Now, a general rule of fish, when you bake fish, is if it flakes, and salmon's like this, when you take a fork or your thing and you go like that, and it starts flaking like that's doing, it's done. So we're going to plate our salmon up. And we do not want to waste this nice juice. I like the juice. That is the butter. So I'm going to put that around there. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells delicious. Alright. And that's our dinner for tonight. Low carb. Here, I need to get a better picture of this. Low carb, diabetic friendly, sauteed green beans with soy sauce and a couple pieces of salmon. Yummy, yummy, guys. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.